and today we will be looking at CAT 2024 Quantitative Aptitude Arithmetic. This is part 5 of this series. So in case you are new to this particular series, please go through the playlist and attend the last 4 sessions. Also, there is a pinned comment in the chat. Okay, so that is a counseling form. So if you guys need any assistance regarding CAT preparation programs and how you should go about it, please make sure that you fill up that form. It will help you, it will help us get in touch with you as soon as possible. And also please make sure that you put in your contact number and email address correctly. Okay, so let's begin with our today's session. This is the first question. A gives B a head start of 40 meters and beats B by 20 seconds in a 1 kilometer race. In a 500 meter race, A gives B a head start of 60 meters and beats him by 5 seconds. We need to find the speed of B. So this is a question from time, speed and distance, and within time, speed and distance, this is from the subtopic linear races. So it is given that A gives B a head start of 40 meters. That means B actually is going to run 40 meters ahead of A. B is going to start from there and beats B by 20 seconds. So A still wins by 20 seconds in a 1 kilometer race. So if I talk about that 1 kilometer race, which is 1000 meters, right? Instead of 1 kilometer, let's write down 1000 meters. So in this 1000 meter race, if I look at A reaches here. A covers the entire 1000 meters, and suppose he takes t seconds or t seconds. Okay, and if you talk about B starts ahead, right? And in order for B to cover this distance, which is 40 meters short of 1000 meters, which will be 960 meters, t takes 20 seconds more, right? That's when we will say that A beats B by 20 seconds. That's the finishing line approach. So in this scenario, we can see that the time is not same, right? So what would be the speed of A in this case? Can we say speed of A is going to be 1000 upon T? And what will be the speed of B in this case? It will be 960 upon T plus 20, right? Okay. The second part says in a 500 meter race, so that's half the length of the previous race, right? A gives B a head start of 60 meters. So A covers the entire distance of 500 meters. And since he takes t seconds, in the case of 1000 meters, he's going to take t by 2 seconds. He is going to take half the time because distance is halved, but the speed of A will not change, right? So I don't want to work with fractions, which is going to be t by 2. So what I will do is I'll change the previous t as 2t. Okay. So that here I have to deal with t. So A will take only t time. If I talk about B starts 60 meters ahead of A. So B is going to cover only 440 meters, right? And A beats B by 5 seconds. So this is going to be t plus 5. Right? So B takes 5 seconds more. Now, from here, if I talk about speed of A, it's going to be 500 by t, which is same as 1000 by 2t, which is obvious. But if you talk about speed of B, it's going to be 440 divided by t plus 5. So these two also should be same. So let's equate these two. So we will get 960 divided by 2t plus 2t plus 20 is equal to 440 divided by t plus 5. So if we rearrange and simplify, what will happen? First, we will take care of the 10 or the 0 from here. Then we can divide this by 4 so that we get an 11 and this becomes 24. Then we can take out the 2 common from here so that this becomes 10 and 2t becomes t, and that 2 will make it 12. So if we take the ratio, what we will see is t plus 5 divided by t plus 10 is equal to 11 upon 12. Let's cross multiply. We will have 12t plus 60 is equal to 11t plus 55. That will tell us the value of t as hold on. Acha, sorry. This is 11t plus 110, not 55. That's what I'm thinking. Negative kyun aa raha hai? So this will give us t is equal to 50. So normally A takes 100 seconds to cover this entire distance because that's 2t. Now, since we are asked to find the speed of b, we will be putting this value of t back. If we put this value of t back, we can write this as 440 divided by t plus 5, that is 50 plus 5, 55. That will give us 8. So 8 meter per second, d becomes our answer. Right? Now, the next question. Right, Timothy? On a circular track of 120 meters, Kiran runs anti-clockwise with the speed of 7 meter per second and Karan runs clockwise with the speed of 5 meter per second. If they both start at the same time, at what distance near the starting point do they meet for the fourth time? So what you do in such questions is you draw a circular table or a circle, and it is given that there are two people, Karan, who runs anti-clockwise at the speed of 7 meter per second, Kiran, and then we have got Karan who runs clockwise at the speed of 5 meter per second. And this is where they begin. Okay, this is where they start. So you take the ratio of their speeds and simplify. Now 7:5 we can't simplify. So this is what the ratio of speeds of Kiran and Karan will be. Then the number of points on which they are going to meet on the track is going to be sum of these two proportions, which is going to be 7 plus 5. So they're going to be meeting at 12 distinct points. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. We need another 8. So that would mean 2 here, 2 here, another 2 here, and another 2 here between every two. If you count, there are total 12 points. Now, Karan is going to run 5 segments here. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And in the meantime, Kiran is going to run 7 segments. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And this is where they meet for the first time. Okay. Now, we need to find out fourth time. So we will repeat that pattern. So instead of taking care of both the people and their segments, we can only keep track of Karan ka le lete hain because it's a smaller number, right? So this is first meeting point, another 5 movement, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the second meeting point, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the third meeting point, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is our fourth meeting point. Now the question asked is what is the distance near the starting point do they meet? Well, it is given that the entire length of the track is 120 meters. And if you divide a 120 meter circular track into 12 equal parts, each part will be a 10 meter part. So that means this is a 10 meter distance, this is a 10 meter distance, this is a 10 meter distance, this is a 10 meter distance. So from the starting point and the fourth meeting point of theirs, they are 40 meters away. From the other side, it will be 80 meters, but that's not what is given in the options. So it's either 80 or 40. Option में 80 नहीं 40 है, तो 40 mark कर लेते हैं. Next question. Nikit, Nitesh and Nishchay with speeds of 2, 3 and 5 kilometers per hour respectively run around a circular track of 1200 meters. If all of them start running at the same time, how many times will they be together by the time Nitish completes his 15 rounds? So in this case, what we do is we take the HCF of difference of speeds, that is speed of Nikit minus ऐसे ले लेता हूँ, difference of speeds. Okay, so this is going to be HCF of 2 and 3 ka difference, that is 1, and 3 and 5 ka difference, that is 2. Right? You can take difference of 5 and 2 also, it's not going to change your answer. So HCF of 1 and 2 is going to be 1. So that means they meet only once. Right? इस पूरे का मतलब यह है कि when Nikit covers 2 rounds, Nitesh covers 3 rounds, and Nishay covers 5 rounds. Okay, this is what we mean, that the ratio of their speeds is 2 is to 3 is to 5. So that will be the ratio of the number of rounds also they have covered. Why? Speed distance के same number क्यों है? Why is that speed is directly proportional to the distance? So whenever time is constant, speed and distance, they are directly proportional to each other. Right? Now here if you pay attention, it says they start at the same time, and whenever they meet, the duration for which each person has moved will be same for each one of them. सब उतने ही देर के लिए दौड़ेंगे. Right? So when that happens, we say time is constant. That's why these speeds of 2, 3, 5 also ends up having equal to the distance that they're going to cover. So when Nishay covers 5 rounds, they meet once. Agar Nishay covers 15 rounds, sorry, it says Nitesh, right? Not Nishay. So if Nitesh covers 15 rounds, 5 times agar kar diya humne, to isko bhi aap 5 times kar do. So they are going to meet 5 times. All 3 of them. Okay, so answer will be D. Next, train A will cross train B in 60 seconds and 150 seconds while moving in the opposite direction and in the same direction respectively. Find the ratio of their speeds. So when the 2 bodies with some length assigned to their bodies, as in these are not point bodies, point objects, but rather some object which has got certain length of itself, right? So in the same direction, it is given as length of train A plus length of train B divided by difference of speeds of A and B. And if you talk about opposite direction, it will be length of train A plus length of train B divided by sum of the speeds of train A and B. If I divide it thoroughly, I will get same direction time and opposite direction time is going to be sum of the speeds divided by difference of the speeds. I am taking a mod because I don't know kiska speed zyada kiska kam hai, right? So same direction mein they take 150 seconds, opposite direction they take 60 seconds. So this is speed of A minus speed of B divided by speed of A minus speed of B. Why have I removed mod and taken SA minus SB rather than SB minus SA? Using a bit of common sense. Question asked is the ratio of A is to B, and each of the option tells us that A is larger, right? That's why. So A bada hai to SA minus SB is what we should take in the case of difference. Now 150 and 60, they both are divisible by 30. So this is going to be 5 times. This is going to be 2 times. If we cross multiply, 5 times SA minus 5 times SB is equal to 2 times SA plus 2 times SB. So if we rearrange, we will be getting 3 times SA is equal to 7 times SB, or SA is 7 and SB is 3. So 7 is to 3 is our answer. Right, Timothy. Very good. Very good. Next question. For a round trip of 15 kilometers on each side, looks like the same language trick that we encountered in the last session, if you remember. Okay, anyways, if it's 15 kilometers on each side or is it 30 kilometers overall, we will see that. It says 15 kilometers on each side. So it's not overall 15 kilometers, it's 15, 15, 30. Boat A takes a total of 10 hours. Find the speed of the river if the speed of the boat in still water is 4 kilometers per hour. So he moves 15 kilometers, let's say downstream, which will be the speed of boat A plus speed of the river, and then another 15 kilometer upstream, which will be 15 divided by speed of boat A minus speed of river, and this is given as 10 hours. And speed of the boat in the still water is given as 4 kilometers per hour. So let's change that to 4, right? So 3 and 5, 8. Options put कर लेते हैं. Never cross multiply if you have different denominators and the variable is in the denominator. Do not take the LCM. Quadratic, very difficult to solve. Very difficult नहीं बोल सकते. Some will be very difficult. This may not be very difficult, but फिर भी let's not do that. Let's use the first option. 15 by 4.5 and 3.5. Well, 15 by 3.5 will not happen because 3.5 has a 7. If I take 1, this is 15 by 5 plus 15 by 3. 15 by 5 is 3 and 15 by 3 is 5. This is not equal to 10. Next, if we take 2, so we will have 15 by 6 plus 15 by 2. Now 15 by 6 is same as 2.5 and 15 by 2 is 7.5, which is equal to 10. So C makes sense, right? Cross multiply कभी नहीं करना. Options हमेशा use करना. Okay. Next one. To reach from point A to point B on a river bank, boat X takes A hours. The speed of the current increased by 50%, due to which the time decreased by 20%. Find the ratio of the speed of the boat to the original speed of the river. Is it original speed? River ka speed. Acha, original as in basic. And speed of the boat. Which boat? The boat speed did not change. It's only the speed of the current that changed, because of which the time taken changed. Now let's think about this. Could be either case. Downstream भी हो सकता, upstream भी हो सकता. Fine. Suppose this is the distance that the boat had to cover, and speed of boat is SB, and speed of current or speed of river is SR, and it takes A hours. Now, as per the increase, distance did not change, speed of boat did not change, but speed of the current increased by 50%, so it becomes 1.5 times SR. And time decreased by 20%. So instead of time A, we will have 0.8A. So I'm using multiplying factors. Now, if I want to find out the speed of the boat and river, all I have to do is divide this thoroughly, so that D and D cancels out, A and A cancels out. Everything is in terms of only SR and SB, speed of boat, right? So what we will see is SB plus 1.5 SR whole divided by SB plus SR, and that will be equal to 1 by 0.8. 1 by 0.8 can be written as 5 by 4, right? So let's solve this. 5 by 4. If I cross multiply, I will have 4 times SB plus 6 times SR is equal to 5 times SB plus 5 times SR. If I rearrange, I will get SB is equal to SR. 1:1. Original speed of the river is SR and speed of the boat is SB. So that means speed of the boat and speed of the river, they were same. If I'm going to take in the reverse, most probably it will not give us the answer, because agar yahan negative aata, suppose SB turns out to be negative or SR turns out to be negative, then we would have assumed that they were not going downstream. Okay, so pure coincidence, we started with downstream, we end up having the answer. Two is to 1, nahi, 1:1, Timothy. Please check if you made any calculation mistake, or did I make any calculation mistake? 4, 6, 5, 5, 5 by 4. No mistake on my side. Okay, next one. An escalator covers 5 steps in 2 seconds. Escalator covers means it moves. Suresh can cover 3 steps in 2 seconds when the escalator is stationary. He started from the bottom on the moving up escalator after covering 3/4 of the distance. So escalator was moving, पर वो पूरे time Suresh was not walking, right? He was on the escalator, but then he started from the bottom, and after covering 3/4 of the distance, the escalator stopped working. So Suresh took another 20 seconds to reach the top. Find the time required by Suresh to reach 3/4 of the distance. Okay, questions based on escalators, they are not very easy to comprehend. You will have to practice a lot of questions and understand how actually things happen. So if you look at the first statement, okay, it says an escalator covers 5 steps in 2 seconds. So this is nothing but speed of the escalator given to us. 5 steps by 2 seconds. Or 2.5 steps per second. 5 by 2 is 2.5, right? If you read the second part, this is speed of Suresh. And speed of Suresh is given as 3 steps per 2 seconds, right? Or 1.5 steps per second. Now what happens is the escalator started moving and Suresh was on it. Escalator is also moving, Suresh is also moving. So Suresh ends up covering a lot of distance. A lot of distance here means a lot of steps. And then escalator stopped working. Then what happens? Suresh has to walk. And he takes another 20 seconds to reach the top. Well, the number of steps that Suresh will cover in these 20 seconds will be, if he covers 3 steps in 2 seconds, so in 20 seconds, Suresh will be able to cover 30 steps, right? Now, this is 1/4 of the distance, because out of the total length of the escalator or total number of steps on the escalator, 3/4 it was Suresh and escalator both moving. It was only the 1/4 part where Suresh alone was moving. So this is actually 1/4 of total steps on the escalator, right? So that means the total steps on the escalator is going to be 120 steps. जिसमें से 90 steps, that is 3/4, was covered by both Suresh and the escalator, and 30 steps was alone by Suresh. Now, the time that Suresh will take will be 90 steps that he has to cover, but not alone, but with the help of escalator. And that also in the same direction, because escalator is also moving upwards, right? So, that is going to be 3 by 2 steps per second and 5 by 2 steps per second. So, this is going to be 90 into 2 upon 8. Which I believe should be 45, 22.5. This is 22.5, right? So Suresh would have taken 22.5 seconds to cover 3/4 of the escalator. Okay, next one. Find the average speed of the entire journey if 1/3 of the distance is covered at a speed of 12 kilometers per hour, the next 1/3 at the speed of 15 kilometers per hour, and the final 1/3 at a speed of 20 kilometers per hour. Okay. See, average speed is always given as total distance upon total time. Now here the total distance I will be taking as 3 units, 3 kilometers, 3D, 3x, anything that you feel like. I'm converting that variable to 1. I'm saying 3 kilometers because the distance is not mentioned, so it's completely up to us. Divided by 1/3 of it, that is 1 kilometer, Suresh covers at the speed of 12. So this is the time he will take. Time is distance divided by speed. What is the time taken in the second part of the journey? The next one third means 1 divided by 15. This is the time that Suresh क्यों बोल रहा हूँ? This is the time taken by the person to cover the remaining one third. And the final one third at the speed of 20. Right? So this is going to give us 3 into 12 into 15 into 20 whole divided by 15 into 20 plus 12 into 20 plus 12 into 15. Right? So we can cancel out few things that are common, which I believe there is going to be a 3 first of all. So this becomes 5, this becomes 4, this again becomes 4. Next thing that we can take care of is 20. So 20 goes here, 20 goes here, 20 goes here, and 4 into 5 is 20. So we'll be left with 3. We can't simplify this further. So this is going to be 12 into 15 divided by 5 from the first term, 4 from the second, and 3 from the next. So 5 plus 4 plus 3 is another 12. So this ends up being 15. Right? A little lengthy, but we can't do anything much about it. Well, the other approach that I could have used is, I'm going to use the formula AB by A plus B. दो numbers का. So what I will do is I'll take 12 and 15 and use this formula. That is going to give me 12 into 15 by 12 plus 15, which is 27, right? From 27, I can get rid of 9 by taking care of 2 3's. So this becomes 20 by 3. Now I'm going to use this 20 by 3 with this third number, same formula, AB by A plus B. So 20 by 3 into 20 divided by 20 by 3 plus 20. So we can get rid of a 20 and then we will be left with 20 divided by 1 plus 3, 4. So this is going to give us 5. Okay, so this is the resultant that we have. Now, how many numbers did we deal with? 3 numbers, right? 12, 15 and 20. So you multiply it with the number of numbers we dealt with. Same reason why we had a 3 here. So this will give you the answer. This is a much faster approach if we have more than 2 cases. This is harmonic mean if you guys have done average speed. Harmonic mean is given as 2AB by A plus B. I'm saying I will do A by upon A plus B, but I'll multiply it with 2 later on. But if there are 3 numbers, I'll multiply it with 3 later on. Later on means the last step. If there are 4, I'll keep on doing this calculation successively, one after another. Resultant with the new number, new resultant, that new resultant with a new number. And once I get the final answer, I'll multiply it with the number of numbers I was dealing with. So this is another way I could have simplified my calculation process rather than doing this entire thing. ठीक है, आप ये use कर सकते हो. So answer is going to be B. Okay, next question. Okay, that's all. Everybody, please make sure that you like the video first of all. If you guys haven't subscribed, subscribe. Next thing is there is a link in the comment. A comment has been pinned in the chat section. That's a counseling form. If you guys have any queries, put in your details and we'll get in touch with you as soon as possible. You can also unlock your 3 days free trial access of the Byjus Exam Prep app by going to the dashboard of the app and putting in a contact number and clicking on Start Free Trial. Now, you can download the app from Google Play. The link to that is given in the description below. MHCET specialized course has just begun. It includes all of this, a lot of live sessions, a lot of mocks, a lot of practice questions. And it only costs 4,800. You can enroll for this. You have to go to the app, find the MHCET course that is there on the dashboard and select it and you can move ahead by paying it. Tomorrow at 11 a.m., Mr. Srinivas is going to take a workshop, MBA Why, How and When. Make sure that you attend this. Registration is required. And then on 7th, at 7 p.m., Mr. Sarel is going to take a workshop about CAT 2024 DILR strategy, a very important one. DILR has become one hell of a problem for people appearing for CAT exam, right? It has become very difficult. People are not able to score good. So whatever queries you have, you can ask him in this session. Also, All India Open Mock CAT 2024 is about to start. We are the first person to start this Pan India. So it's going to happen on 9th of February until 18th of February. That's a 10-day window. Okay, it will help you identify your D-Day strategy. It will help you benchmark where you stand. You will also get to know your strengths and weaknesses, right? You can also look into CAT College Predictor. The link is given in the description. If you want to know as per your profile, as per your ACATS, where you stand, which all colleges you are going to get call from, you can check out this particular link. Also, you can click on the button which says talk to our counselor on the homepage of our app, and it will help you connect with one of our counselors that will help you with anything regarding your CAT preparation exams. Also, do not forget to check out our social media handles and pages. Make sure that you join our Telegram channel for questions and upcoming sessions. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining. I will see you guys again very soon with another session of Quant or LRDI. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.